Alright, what's up YouTube? Thanks for coming back. If you saw the first introduction video, this is your first video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the alert notification bell. And if you would, share this video, that way I can get this content out to as many people as possible. Today's video, we're going to be diving into these two trucks here. I'm going to be going over what kind of mechanical condition they're in, the make, year, model, future plans for them, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, this is my 1994 Chevy Silverado C1500 single cab short bed. Mechanical condition, it's okay. The rear end is starting to whine in it, so it's going to need a replacement rear end put in it. Whenever I first got this truck, I got it from a guy here in Mississippi. The heads on it needed to be replaced because it had been ran hot so many times. The heads on it were all cracked up. I had them fluxed, and there was cracks running all through them. So I had to buy new heads put on it and replace the head gasket. So I basically rebuilt the whole top end on it, and it's pretty much good to go right now. Like I said, it does need the rear end replaced in it because it is whining. But we'll go ahead and fire it up right now. I'll let you listen to it. It's been a few days since I started it up. It pretty much fires up. Turns over just a couple times and she usually hits. The interior on this truck, it's in decent shape. The guy I bought it from, he used it as a work truck. Sorry about that, I had a piece of lint in front of the camera there. Used it as a work truck, so it's in decent shape for its age. The passenger door panel over there, went ahead and ripped it off because it was all tore up and water damaged. This one here, it's not much better shape. It's barely hanging on, basically by the top flap. So it's gonna need new interior door panels. The dash on this is, in by all accounts, pretty daggum good shape, considering these models are notorious for the dashes being the first thing to go out on them. I took the speaker covers out because I replaced the old speakers with some speakers I had laying around the shop. But other than that, she runs pretty good. Of course, this is a startup, and there's the oil pressure. Whenever it warms up, yeah, see the gauge jumping around a little bit. When she warms up, she normally goes down to around 10 pounds. So other than that, she does pretty good. Plans for this one in the future is going to be turning it into my muscle truck. It's currently got a 5.7 liter 350, and it's backed by a 700 R4. And you can see the mice have used my air cleaner lid as a dinner plate. Been munching on some kumquats we got here on the property. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna replace the engine here with an probably LS1, nothing too crazy. And the transmission, I want to swap it for a 6L80E, and of course all the wiring harnesses and everything like that to go with it. I'll be on the lookout for a donor vehicle for that. As far as cosmetics, I'm not really too worried about getting it, you know, into a eye turner or head turner right now, because I just want to make sure it's mechanically sound. That way, you know, not much use in having a good looking truck if you can't run it down the road, if you know what I mean. But anyways, we're going to switch gears from this one. We're going to go over here to this one. This also is a 1994 Chevrolet. This is a K1500 Z71 four-wheel drive. It's extended cab short bed. I got this in trade. Whenever I got it, I went ahead and was checking out the fuel pump because it didn't run. I found out quickly reason it didn't run because there's no fuel pump and there's holes all in the fuel tank. So notice that also the fuel line's been disconnected up at the TBI, which is throttle body injection for those who don't know. So that would make sense for why it didn't run. Also here on the frame rails, you can see they're completely rotted out. Completely rotted out. And it starts about midways under the cab and runs to about here on the frame. It's on both sides, driver and passenger side frame rails. Starting there and running just about there. You can see the dark and light discoloration. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do a frame swap on this. Not gonna worry about doing any splicing or anything like that. I do have a donor frame already that I got off of another, I believe it was a 96 or 97 GMC K1500 step side. So be an identical match. I got it here to the house, started yanking the bed off of it, pulled the rear bumper, and been steadily pulling all the parts and stuff off of it until I can get it down to a bare frame, except for the fuel tank. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that on there. Got the front differential with it, motor mounts, the front gearbox, and miscellaneous suspension still left on it. I believe these are aftermarket upper control arms, being as they're tubular. I don't remember any stock Chevys or GMCs coming with these tubular upper control arms, because it looks like you can just straight swap out this ball joint here. So I'm not too sure about that, but I do believe it's aftermarket. And the salvage yard was nice enough to let me have a tire. I guess they didn't feel like taking it off. But as you can see here on this side too, same way. Tubular upper control arm, suspension, shock, lower control arms, CV axles, all still left in there. So in the rear, they left the leaf packs, took the rear axle. They left the exhaust from, I believe, the cat back, which it looks to be they had a cherry bomb on here at one time, or some type of glass pack, which I'll be taking that off. I hate the sound of glass packs. Sorry if you have them on your ride. If you might love them, you know, good on you. I just can't stand the sound of that loud popping. I like for my exhaust to have a deep, throaty, muscly sound. So that'll be coming off. But other than that, once I get the frame completely stripped down to where I'd like to start the swap on it, I'm gonna take some rust converter, like some POR 15 or something like that, and go over the entire frame. That way it knocks out all this surface rust. That way I can start from, you know, a good starting point. I'm gonna prime it and paint the frame, and that way I don't have to worry about it for quite a while until I do another frame coating job on it, which, living down there in the south, I don't really have to worry about any road salts or anything like that eating up frames too terribly much. So the only thing I can think of on that one, why the frame rusted out so bad, is because they may have left it sitting over like a water hole or something like that for a couple years, and it just rotted out both sections of the frame. I mean, it just starts, you know, from midways underneath the cab on each side and runs just the length back here to, you know, roughly around where the tank is, where you can see the discoloration from dark to light. So that's about the only thing I can think of on this. As far as right now, just getting the frame swap done on it, swapping everything over, cab, engine, transmission, everything, and seeing if we get it to fire up and see what else is mechanically wrong with it. So once that gets all said and done, you know, just maybe gonna turn this into a good, steady, reliable work truck. You know, maybe throw a 3-inch or 6-inch suspension and body lift on it. Probably run some 33s, max 35s. You know, make it reliable in the mud or off-road in case I need it. Throw an off-road bumper on the front with a winch set up in case I need it. You know, just be a good, reliable truck. So, other than that, that's all I got for you today. That's the rundown on these 2 trucks. This one is definitely a work in progress. This one's running. You know, besides the rear end whining and stuff like that, it runs down the road. The tires will need to be replaced on it soon, so I'm gonna get started on that. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all today. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I appreciate you stopping by. You know, considering liking, commenting, and sharing, and subscribing. If you subscribe, hit that notification bell for whenever any next future videos, you know, drop on this channel. Let me know anything that y'all might want to see. Whenever I start wrenching on these 2 trucks, I'm gonna start making videos on them. It's not gonna be an in-depth how-to, you know, it's just gonna be me going through these trucks. Anything that may need to replace, you know, I'm gonna try to document as best I can, but it's not gonna be an exact how-to. So, other than that, that's all I got for y'all today. Look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Hope y'all have a good day.